Hello.
Hello, teacher.
Yes. So let's try to check the sound.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, is it doing great?
Uh, yeah, it's okay.
All right. So is it good to have the class?
Yeah, yeah. Do you change another one? Because
It's better than before.
it's sounds like a little bit you are than far to the microphone. A little bit, but just a little bit.
How about now?
Now it's okay.
Yeah. All right. But is it good?
Yeah. It's okay. Better than last week.
Okay. Well, I'm not really sure what has happened that time because I already had five students before you, and then when we had our class, it suddenly came out that you couldn't hear me well.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Anyways, how's your day?
Same as usual.
Okay. So is
Uh,
it just fine to have one to catch up 30 minutes less time? I mean 20 minutes?
and I think maybe next week.
Oh sure. Okay. Just to ask you. Yeah, because you know it's kind of late at night. That's why I just asked you first.
Thank you. Uh, Thanks for asking.
Okay. I think I should have called you earlier.
It's okay. Yeah, I think.
Okay. Anyways, anything special about your day?
You mean today?
Yes, today.
Um, no.
Not really.
This,
Okay.
yeah, it's all the same, and all the all the same. Busy on work.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you?
Okay, let me see. Because last week
Yeah.
we had two workers in our house because
Oh,
we needed. Yeah, I think I already told you this, right?
yeah.
We transferred our bathroom to another space in our house because the old bathroom will be my mom's room,
Yeah.
and then we'll try to extend it so it will be a bit spacious for my mom to stay. So the bathroom is done. However, the dirty kitchen is done. All right,
Okay.
but those blocks and so on that I need to clean every day, throw it somewhere. So that's what I did this afternoon because I didn't have my classes.
Oh, it sounds very how to say, la labor work.
Yeah, kind of labor work, but it's fine because I sweat a lot.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
it's been boring or it's kind of boring just to sit on the sofa, watch TV, lie in my bed if I don't have my classes to just read books or watch movies. So I tried to do it little by I tried to do it little by little every day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Teacher, do you have I mean, do you, is PMP your regular job? I mean, your is PMP your part-time job or full-time?
It's actually my full-time job, but
Okay.
yes, but because students are more likely to have classes like your age who are already working, um, that you could just have time in the evening. So most of my students start from 6 p.m. and then there are some in the afternoon, but um, not really that much student in the afternoon.
Okay.
And it's because I'm just a new teacher here, So I'm still having more and more students.
Okay.
And then
Uh,
when I don't have, I just do some things I could here in or out in and out our house.
teacher, do you, are you using the um yeah, how to say it? Um, let me check.
Okay, what is it?
Uh, you know, some chat application. If you call another one, you can
Okay,
uh you can push. There is a function that are able to uh that everyone and that you don't have to speak. I mean, how to say that? There. If you are using like phone, if you call someone, and always there is a function that able that you to um expose the voice. You know what I mean?
expose the voice. So what does it what does it do?
Um, it makes it makes the the sound can out. I mean, oh my God, how to say that? Let me check.
Okay,
Oh,
it means that you will not hear anything.
uh, that means you don't have to uh hold your phone all the time, but you can push. You can place the phone in some somewhere,
Okay,
and you don't have to hold it. Do you know that function?
head
Because,
um, function. Okay, I just don't really get it. Like headset,
no.
earphone,
Uh, how I cannot find that word. Loudspeaker,
loudspeaker. Okay, and then
and you know now there is a no friend now. I sounds like you are using that function because your voice is a little bit far, and I can hear the surrounding voice from your side.
you can hear the air condition.
I'm not sure if that is air condition, but I can hear a little bit noise. So I guess if you are using that function,
Okay, I just forgot what. I just forgot what's the name of that, but I think I know what you are referring to. So right
oh
now you are hearing me kind of like far, and then you could hear another sound.
yeah,
Okay, so I think that sound is my air condition.
okay,
It's just on top of me.
okay,
Yeah, I mean a little bit far, but I
okay,
didn't expect that you would hear it as well. Anyways, tomorrow I'll try to check what's that again, and then I'll just ask my wife so I can just use that. But I think that is from a kind of headset. Not
headset.
all headset, yeah, not all of them can be put on such, let's say, silent mode that you wouldn't hear anything but just me and you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Still looking for that kind of headset, though.
Oh, okay.
Is it really noisy?
It's okay, but
I can turn it off.
no, that is okay, but just you are a little bit far from the mic.
Oh my, the microphone is almost. coming in my mouth.
Okay. Alright, okay, forget it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Okay. Yeah. So let's start. Number one.
Yeah. Part four is there where we are?
So we are now on part four.
Yeah, notable useful phrases.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So last time I told you if ever you can complete some of those incomplete phrases, right?
Uh, I seems forget what we were talking about last time
Okay.
because yeah, it seems 2 weeks ago, right?
I think 1 week.
1 week, really? Uh, uh,
Yeah, that was just the last class we had, right?
uh, okay. I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, let's just try to complete
Yeah.
the parts or the sentences or phrases that are incomplete,
Okay.
just for you to have some ideas how to.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. First,
I read it.
yes.
As you will see from this graph.
Okay. Let's just try to read them one by one first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one is I would like to show you this chart on which you will see. Next is let me draw your attention to this part of the graph.
Okay.
And next is let's look more closely at this month figure.
Okay.
And next is this figure refers to the sales in China only. And this pie chart shows our share of the European market today.
Okay.
Next is, as you can see, our main competitor has an even bigger share.
Yes.
Okay. And next is the bar chart represents sales in our Asian outlets.
Outlets. Okay.
And next is here you can see the comparison between.
Next.
And next is on the line graph, you will note. Okay. And this is yeah, this is all about the phrases.
Yes. Okay. So, what did you notice about the phrases, or have you ever
Well,
had such phrases or sentences when you were doing kind of presentation or in a meeting?
yeah. Um, I only um, I only use as you can see because I have no idea about other.
Okay, all right. Well, anyways, that's the reason why I would like you to, or I wanted you to read them. It's because these are some of sentences that we could just simply say.
Okay.
Okay, or you could take note, so you could use them somehow in the future if you will have a kind of English presentation.
Okay.
Okay, so that this is just examples on how you start, something to say in terms of the parts of your presentation.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but before we go to letter B, do you have any questions about the words?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, the second one,
Okay,
but that is I'm not sure if it is a word problem, but Let me highlight it.
Okay.
Yeah, I I see this kind of usage many times, but I'm not sure. This 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 sounds this seems like seems to be where, right? I interchangeable with where.
Where you will see.
Yeah, where you will see that, right?
Most likely they say it that way.
Yeah. Because I'm not really sure when um when we use this kind of form and when we use uh where.
Okay. If you search the word which, right,
Okay.
it means a kind of determiner. It's like asking for information.
Which mean which.
Yeah, which. It means like it's asking for information. For example, which are the best varieties of oranges? Like that.
Okay.
Alright? And then it is also being used to refer to something mentioned, previously mentioned.
Previously mentioned.
Yes, it's just like you are introducing
Okay.
a kind of information. So
Okay.
here, this is what, or this is how we use which, because you are to show. There's
Okay.
no picture yet, okay? There's no picture yet. There's nothing yet. But you are saying that you would like to show this chart on which. So it means you will show something, let's say an information.
Come again.
It means you are about to show something
Okay.
on the chart. Okay? So there's no picture yet.
There's no picture yet. Okay.
Yes. Because you are introducing. You are about to introduce, or you are introducing.
Okay.
Okay? And then when you say where, for example, that I like to show you this chart. If you are referring to where, it means where you will see. So you are already showing the picture,
Oh.
and you will point out what part of the picture you are showing on the chart. Did you see the difference?
But sometimes the we can change the on to in, right?
Yes.
And what is the difference if we use in?
When you say on, it means you're about to show something. There's no part yet. If it's in the first part, in the second part, in the third part, you are just um, referring to something you will show.
Okay.
Okay,
You
and then
say yeah. Teacher, you say if I use on, and it means what I'm going to show is hasn't been shown.
yes. So there's no part yet when you say on.
Okay.
You're referring to nothing as a part yet of what you will about to show. But if you would say in, it means you are referring to a part, let's say, of a picture. It can be
Uh-huh.
the first part, second part, or third part of your presentation.
Okay.
So that's the difference if you are um, confused on this phrase on which.
So it means in which is the same as where.
The same as,
If I use where,
like, again, come again? Sorry.
yeah, because by teacher your explanation, um, in which sounds like the same has the same definition of where. If I put where to instead on which in the second sentence, it seems they will have the same meaning if I use in which as well.
Yeah,
Am I correct?
yes.
Eh,
As a phrase.
as the phrase.
As a phrase.
Okay.
Okay, because what is the use of phrase in a sentence?
Mm, the phrase in the sentence.
It can be an expression, right?
Okay.
Or saying, or a remark.
Ah,
Okay, but I'll just send you some of the sentences after the class on how you could see the difference when you use it in a sentence.
oh, yeah,
So
cool.
just not to waste time. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
next question.
Um, seems no.
Okay, no further questions.
About let me check. The sixth. Uh, let me highlight.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know the share here means?
Okay. As you can see, our main competitor has an even bigger share. Yeah, this time in this sentence, share could mean, let's say, wait a minute, I suddenly forgot it. Oh, it means that your competitor has made, all right,
Uh-huh.
or if you see has an even bigger share, it means your competitor has done more than what your company did. Let's say in a kind of industry, in a kind of business.
So that is kind of abstract.
Yes, it's not about a share or percentage in the same company, but it's a share which, let's say, this competitor has sold more than what you have sold, something like
Okay.
that.
But not just limited to only sell, right?
Yes,
It can
yeah,
it could be anything, but just comparator do the best.
yeah. The what he has, what it has done in terms of, let's say, business.
Okay.
Okay, it can be a partnership. Your partnership can be a competitor.
Okay.
Okay, like that.
And one more.
Sorry.
one more.
Okay, sure, sure, sure.
Yeah, here. Let me highlight.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Asian outlets. Is this outlets the things um means where a place to sell things, but it's not right right the popular.
Right. Popular.
Yeah, I mean a teacher. You know, every season, and we will have things is popular, and maybe if we maybe a year pass by, that things is not popular anymore, and so it will be moved to outlets.
No, no, no. In this sentence, Asian outlets means the stores from other countries.
Stores
Yeah, they
from
are branches.
branches. Okay.
Outlets. Yes, the outlet it means another store, the same company from another place, another country.
Oh, so why doesn't it just use branches?
Branches.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it depends on you. Like what I said before in our classes, it only depends on how you want to use such words. So there are words that can be used either way, outlets, branches. But if you would like to put a difference, when mostly when you say branches, it's mostly about food business.
Food business?
Yes, like McDonald's, KFC, food
Okay.
business. And then if you would like to use outlet, it's more likely about shoes, things,
Shoes. Okay.
things. So just to have a difference.
Okay.
Okay, but either way, it's just fine.
Okay.
Okay, but more likely, outlet is being used to bigger businesses.
Okay.
They are more likely to use the word outlet instead of branches, like in the malls.
Oops.
Yes, malls. Oh yeah, that's also one difference.
Okay.
If it's a
So what would
business, sorry,
yeah
yeah, if
yeah
it's a business inside a mall, so more likely they would say it's outlet.
yeah is that the one I said
Which one?
um yeah the one teacher you just explained
Oh, what?
because in the mall and we call it outlets.
Yes.
Is that kind of we call shopping mall, right?
Yeah, shopping mall.
But just they are selling uh they are selling not the right season.
Selling not.
Selling things, but that is not maybe it is designed 2 years ago or a year ago.
Seasonal.
I'm not sure how to say that.
Yeah, I think that's kind of you want to say seasonal.
Season.
Yes, when you say seasonal, you always have different products.
Yeah. See, I mean, but
Seasonal.
that is not in the current season.
Yeah, but just to make it simple, its outlets are other stores. Let's say most
Okay.
likely in a shopping mall. So you won't get confused.
Okay.
Okay. But let me check. So just to make it clear, I'll just send it to you on Skype. just for you to have the difference of outlets and branches.
Okay.
Okay, next question.
No.
No? Okay, let's have the next part.
Um, I think the last one it's some uh
It's
has some how to say that? I mean, the last one on the line graph you will note, and there's still have something that we haven't discussed.
okay, which one? Oh, yeah,
Um,
this part.
yeah, right.
Yeah, I just thought you have read this.
Oh, haven't.
So, no. Okay, let's just read them. I was supposed to ask you questions on this part.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
let's read.
on the line graph you will note a strong upward trend in the sales of product A. And uh, despite occasional fluctuations, and with a slight drop during the holiday season, and with occasional variations due to I don't know what it was talking about. It is talking about
Which one?
the whole part. I mean, what is to do with on the line graph you will note.
You you don't get a point of on the line graph. You will note.
I mean, I don't know um how to understand this one because on the line graph you will know seems the phrases that um to combine the following sentence. Am I correct?
Again,
Yeah. Um, I'm not sure how to read read this part because is it all independent? I mean, like a strong upward trend in the sales of product A. Is that a new phrases and nothing to do with on the line graph you will know?
oh, it's a one part, and then below are examples.
Oh, examples?
Yeah, I mean those are just an added information wherein we are talking about the strong upward trend in sales of product A.
So it is an
So these are the parts that you note, um, which they have each part. Okay, for
so
example, you are referring about product A. So product A, or what has happened to product A is that despite occasional fluctuations, maybe they were able to sold products, they were able to still sold products, though with a slight drop during the holiday season, they were still able to get the target sales. And then with occasional variations due to, which means that like seasonal, like what I said a while ago, seasonal.
how, I don't get the point. Maybe we started from on the line graph you will know. Okay. How I'm not sure how to use this phrase.
Okay.
Uh,
On the
yeah.
line graph, you will note it means that you need to. These are the parts you need to focus. So you are now showing a line graph. Okay.
Line. Okay.
We are talking about line graph here.
What? So what is the line graph?
Oh, that's what we talked about last time. Line graph. This shows the sales. If it goes up, goes down.
Okay. Okay.
So in a line graph, it shows product A, product B. So it means we are showing two pictures, or we are showing informations of what has happened to product A and what has happened to product B. So then it means that the line graph shows the sales percentage of product A and the sales percentage of product B.
Okay. But you will know what does that mean? You will note.
When you say you will note, it means that's
You
what
will
you need.
find out.
That's what you need to remember. That's what you need to pay attention.
Okay.
So which means that despite occasional fluctuations, blah blah and so on, what do you need to do? What's the best thing to do? How to make product A better? Because it says with a slight drop during holiday season, how can you sell more?
Oh.
These are just the example notes of what has happened throughout the sales of product A. That's what you will note. It means you will pay attention to the line graph. If the line graph goes down, it only means there's tough competition on selling product A. So what do you need to do then? That's what you will note, because it says these three examples. Okay.
But doesn't even strong upward trend is a good sign?
Sorry.
A strong upward trend, isn't that a good sign?
Oh
For
yeah, it's a good sign. I mean,
yeah,
just
but
looking up the examples here, there
yeah,
is a
but
good and there is a bad thing somehow.
yeah, okay.
Maybe in one outlet, the sale is, or this, yeah, the sales percentage is good. But how about on the other outlet? The sales percentage is not good like that. Okay? So that's why if you see the sentences, despite occasional fluctuations, slight drop during holiday season, variation or occasional variations due to.
I said followed by the product, eh?
Sorry?
Is that is these are these three sentences um, um, related to product A, which
Yes.
has a strong upward trend?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Okay.
That's why you will note.
Okay, okay.
Even if
So,
there is a strong upward trend on sales of product A, you should note. Now, these are the possible problems, maybe, or
uh,
scenarios.
yeah,
That's
okay.
why you will note.
Yeah, I will know the occasional fluctuations and or slight drop, right?
Yes, these are just examples, so don't try to pay more attention to focus. All right,
Yeah,
just try to understand what's all about this part first.
yeah, cool. I got a clarification
Okay.
of variation. Is What does that mean?
So when you say variation, that is the different changes.
Different changes.
Yeah, the changes
Mm.
in the condition. Let's say with occasional variations, it means changes, let's say, to the trend, to what people want nowadays.
Okay.
Are they somehow looking for new products like those? That's why variations, changes.
Okay.
Okay, that's why we have the word occasional, variations. It means what's good to sell when it comes to occasions. So let's try to use birthday, wedding, anniversary, like those. So those are variations because it's different. Okay, let's not use those. We can use seasonal. Seasons: spring, summer, fall, winter. There are variations there, changes when it comes to selling products.
Okay.
For example, due to winter season, due to summer season. So if is product A suitable for winter season, is product A still suitable for summer season?
Okay.
So that's why variations, the changes.
Okay. And the next is the overall performance of product is good, and the initial surge in sales was followed by a period and of slower growth in the second half of the year. And the instant success of the product was followed by, and the last is period of stability in the level of sales.
Okay, so what's your question?
It's good. Let me check. Oops. How do we read the last part about the second example?
Last part of second example, which one?
The overall performance of product A is good, so only the line graph you will know. Like the first example, the initial surge in sales was followed by a period.
The line graph, the initial surge in sales was followed by a period. You mean?
Yeah. How do we read?
Okay, when you say by a period, that's like in 1 year, in 2 years. The line graph shows from 2001 to 2020, like that. 2020.
Okay.
Okay, depending on, anyways, that's not how many years they usually show. But let's say they are just referring to what has happened about the sales
Yeah.
in within 2 years or throughout 2 years.
But how do we combine with on the line graph you will know and product B for example?
Sorry, how you would know?
Yeah, because this one is the second example about on the line graph you will know, right?
Yes.
And how do we read this?
How do we read?
Yeah, read.
What?
Because I'm not sure how to how to um I don't understand about the meaning for the of the example.
Okay. So the initial surge, when you say initial, it means there is like you are showing for example just 4 months.
Uh-huh.
That was the period. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So within this year, from January, let's say up until now, June,
Okay.
that is the initial surge.
Yeah.
So when
I,
you
I
say initial surge here, that's the percentage. That's the sales percentage.
Isn't initial surge is original surge? Because when we say initial, doesn't that mean the very beginning?
Yeah, I'm just giving you an example.
Huh? Okay.
So you are just showing. Okay, let's say from the very beginning. Let's say you're done doing the line graph last year. So you are now presenting the line graph this year. So from the start, January, like I said, up until now, June. Okay,
Okay.
so that's the period we have here.
Okay.
From January this year to start up, checking the sales. Okay,
Okay.
okay. So if you complete the sentence, then it means that from, let's say you started last year. So from last year's sales, okay, it it's followed, like here, was followed by a period, which means the sales last year and then the sales now this year from January to June, you're just updating the sales. So if last year you got 78%, maybe this year from January to June, it it becomes, let's say, 82, like that. So that's why it's kind of good from last year.
Okay.
So what are you confused about here?
Um, yeah, maybe I don't know how to complete this example because there are three sentences. One is on the line graph you will know, and the second is the overall performance of product is good, and the third is the for example. So I don't know how to push these sentence together to becomes a sentence. You know?
Um, so what would you like to understand on this part?
Um, you mean
The
to?
connection of this sentence
Yeah, I don't know the
to
connection.
this example?
Yeah, but you can say that. Yeah.
Okay. Matthew, like what I said, here the main point is the line graph you are presenting. For example, okay?
Yeah.
So, your presentation is about the sales.
Right.
So now you are showing two products of your company, product A and product B. Though, as you can see, they have both positive meaning, right?
Yeah.
Product B is good, strong upward trend. So look, you will note it means what else? Can you do more? Can we do more? Okay, because it's not always perfect to sell products.
Okay.
So it means the line graph shows good and bad part in the line graph. Or the sales percentage. Okay, the line graph shows good and bad. What do you call this one? Good and bad part of product A and product B. So we don't really have definite example here. Okay, now look at this sentence here. Slower growth in the second half of the year. So this is a part of product B that it didn't go well in the second half of the year.
Okay.
Okay, when you are talking in a business, when you're talking about the sales percentage in a business, it's not always rising up. There are times, there are months, there are seasons that it goes down depending on the trend.
Okay.
So that's why you will note, because you are just updating what has happened throughout the line graph.
Okay.
Did you get the point now?
Yeah, somehow.
Okay, because don't think of about we are talking useful phrases. These are examples on how you can say, right? What you can use. Okay, but just try to focus on, we are talking about the line graph, let's say presentation. We are talking about product A and product B. So these are examples on what you can update, what has happened about the sales on product A, and what has happened about the sales of product B.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I understand.
So it says here overall performance. Even if product B is perfect, is a perfect product, is a good product, there are competitors around your business. There is competition around your business. So you can't be sure, even if your product B is really good, that you will get the target sales. That's why it says here, slower growth in the second half of the year. And then period of stability in the level of sales. So these are just pointers. Pointers.
Pointer. Okay.
Yes, when you say pointers, these are what you need to talk about.
Okay.
These are just notes that you have seen what should be done. That's why they are in bullet or square divisions, right? So under product A, you saw that despite occasional fluctuations, blah blah blah, there is a problem maybe. And then with a slight drop during holiday season, let's say the sales went down last winter. So what should be done then? You will talk about that. And then with the occasional variations due to, let's say, it can be the weather, it can be about the seasons, holidays, what should we do to sell more products of our
Okay.
product A? Did you see now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, product A is clear. Yeah.
The
I
same
I
thing as
think
product B.
it's yeah, I think the example of product A is kind of hard to understand.
Again,
So yeah, I mean the the square sentence, the sentence highlight
yes.
square is a little bit hard to understand. So that's why I was confused.
So
Think,
now did you get the meaning of the sentences?
yeah.
Okay. So it
Yeah.
only means that, okay, I won't stop until you understand. Yeah, a strong upward trend. Okay, even if product A has a strong upward trend because you have lots of competitors, okay,
Okay.
in such business, right?
Okay.
Okay, for example, what good business you have in okay, let's say hot pot restaurant business. That's product A. Okay, hot pot
Okay.
restaurant can be an example of strong upward trend because most of Taiwanese people love to eat hot pot.
Okay.
You can also say tourists or foreign people love to eat hot pot. Would love to try, right?
Okay.
Okay. So even if your business is good, you will note what will be those problems you might encounter. So these are the examples in the or on the line graph. Okay. So let's say we're talking about your business since this year because of COVID-19. So that means despite occasional fluctuations, when you say fluctuations, it means going up, going down, going up, going down, right?
Yeah.
But here, it will totally go down because people cannot go to restaurants. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the occasional fluctuations. So the fluctuation is just like your heartbeat. It goes up and then down, goes up and then down, right?
Yeah.
That's fluctuation. So which means that your business or you need to take note that what if or if COVID-19 will happen again, what will happen to your business, which is product A. Okay?
Okay.
And then another example. Slight drop during the holiday season. Though there are still holiday season from January to June, summer is coming, and then you had your New Year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but because of the danger of COVID-19, there is a slight drop. For example, during the holiday season, and then if you are talking about the COVID-19 problem, so again, product A will get affected.
Yeah.
And
And this is also we have to note, right?
yes, so this is another note. The first note is the fluctuation, what's happening every month. Let's say maybe there are several typhoons hit your city. Your business will get affected, right?
Yeah.
Your shipments maybe will get affected. All right. And then another holiday seasons. So maybe again because there are several typhoons or maybe let's say COVID-19, so product A will get affected as well. So you will take note of this again. What will you do? What should be done next time? You are just showing these examples on the line graph that affects your product A's sales.
Okay.
Okay, because I saw that you focused. Oh, it's a strong upward trend, it's positive, but why these sentences are negative, right?
Yeah.
Because these are what happened, or these are what has happened the whole time, let's say January up until now June, about product A. This is the update. That's why on the line graph you will note.
Okay.
Okay, same as here. It says overall performance. Overall performance means you are describing that product B is just really a good product you have.
Okay.
But even a good product might not be sold because of some issues. Let's say COVID-19. Again, let's use this. It's a perfect way for you to understand it simple.
Okay.
So because of COVID-19, even if you have an overall performance, or even if you have a good product B with overall performance, slower growth is here on the second half of the year. So you can see that on the second half, or on the, let's say, since COVID-19 has started, you had a slower growth. So that's what it means about second half of the year. So there's a part, or there were months that you had a slower growth or sales about product B. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then follow up by some other sentences here. Okay. The instant success of product was followed by, it can be negative, it can be positive.
Okay.
Let's say instant success, your product B became really sold out. But then again, COVID-19 approaches. Your instant success became lost because you can't sell your products. You cannot go. Yeah, because of COVID-19. You cannot ship. You cannot deliver, because people cannot go out. They are prohibited to go out like that, right?
Yeah.
So it can be positive or negative, depending on your line graph, depending on the update. Okay? So that's just what you need to focus here. The line graph is just telling what has happened to the sales of product A and product B, for example, since January 2020 until June 2020 now. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
So these are just the updates of the products. Just examples. Are they clear now?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got a point.
Okay. Sure?
I know the meaning about teacher you say. Yeah.
Okay. But do you have any questions on these sentences?
Maybe no.
Okay. Just in case you have, you can send me on Skype.
Okay.
Okay, like what does it mean of period stability in the level of sales? I can just explain it to you next time.
Yeah.
You can send me on Skype. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So again, please don't try to pay much more attention because you'll crumble. You will not really get the point. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So we will just have letter B next time.
Yeah.
Okay, again, it's the same as here. On the line graph, you will know. Same as here, on part B. For example, increases. So these are just example of what you can explain. And then decreases, this examples. And then fluctuations, this examples. Okay, same thing.
Okay.
So these are just phrases that you can use when you do a presentation. Remember, this topic is about presentation, so I always use the word presentation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have some questions, you can just have them next time. So you can mark those words or parts you have to ask next time. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. You sound you still have questions in your mind about the last part. Am I right?
Just a little bit.
Oh,
Because sentence is not very not very um not I mean not very clear to me to connect to
on the line graph.
yeah.
Okay, I'll explain it again to you next time. Maybe you're kind of exhausted for today.
Okay.
Even if I explain to you 100 times, if your mind is not really that relaxed, all right, or open. So I'll just explain it to you again next time. I'll try to think of a better way.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, all right. So have a good rest, and I'll just talk to you again next time.
Okay. Yeah, you too, teacher.
Okay.
Just had the sentences that I
Yeah.
was not very clear. Yeah.
Okay, and try to relax first. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. See you next time,
See you
Matthew.
next time,
Okay.
teacher.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.